So why waste money to go say you talk about monitoring, managing biometric voting system? That makes no sense. Unless it is that you plan to manipulate the data.
True.
So some of this just don't add up, and we need to be on the alert for this. Boy, I tell you, these guys are on a rampage to rampage Jamaica, you know. Yeah? Because how on God's earth they could have allowed this to happen to the athletes?
Exactly.
With a country that could take up 11 point something billion dollars and give people $20,000. Yeah? Wouldn't it have made sense for them to have just dedicated $1 billion of that money to the athletes?
Thank you very much.
For the upkeep, to pay for the physio and to pay for. Because but you see, the thing is, the GLP don't understand. They have never valued the athletes. Babsy Grange, and one thing with me, I give justice where justice is. Babsy might have an affection for them.
But love alone can't do it.
But love alone can't do it. She's a part of an administration that they remember, you know, a lot of them don't like the athletes because them grudge them.
True.
Because they see the potential that they have, that if them can run one race like a Usain Bolt and could go put $12 million in a 12 million US in our bank. Yeah? Unless them thief, them not say 12 million US.
Hey.
Yeah? So you must understand they have a hatred for some of these athletes, you know.
True.
Yeah? Because when them go uptown, go buy a house, when they look next door, them is the same athletes they seen. Yeah. And they know say him never come from nowhere, him come from Waterhouse to them. Because
to them.
To them. I don't hold that view. But they have a position. But you know, very sad. Now, sister, I want to talk to you about something that, and I've been watching this thing for a while. Yeah? This thing with this Israeli company that got the contract to do works with EOJ.
Yes.
Yeah? And I've said this and I'll say it again. I am not spreading trying to cause mass hysteria or any other else thing. I am simply saying it is quite coincidental that the EOJ, government of Jamaica, would issue a contract to this Israeli company with a tattered and checkered past. And the checkered past they have is that the previous company, so Pangea, was before it became Pangea, it was another company. Yeah? And in that company's history, they have intervened in elections in the east of Africa.
My God. So how coincidental.
How coincidental. And what they have done is that they manipulated the voting data there. Because what the contract with the government is for, you know. And some people are saying, oh, these guys, the Israelis here a long time. Lie. They signed up on June 4 of 2022. The Jamaica Observer published that there was a contract between Pangea IT and the EOJ of Jamaica for 5 years. The contract would include biometric data. Yeah? And they will be in charge of the biometric data of the voting system. So it seems like what they're wanting to do, they want to make it mandatory. Well, not mandatory, but improve the biometrics so you can vote just by fingerprint. Now,
and this was in 2022.
This was in 2022. We have not gotten any update on the scope of works. I don't believe that them done this, because they cannot implement this system in this election.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I told someone the other day. Yeah.
So they can't implement it in this election. But my issue with it is that I think the very first thing the People's National Party need to do when it goes to government is ask for an investigation into what was the role. What role did these guys play? What were they doing?
Yeah.
Because remember, you know, you already submit your fingerprints to the EOJ.
So them did I help them for pushing it span way?
So them, it seems to me that what these guys were doing was taking their data from the EOJ, which is mandatory that you must do fingerprinting when you're with EOJ.
Yeah.
Yeah? And using that data now to coincide with the needs. So it is not about the election, and I think this is where people not really understanding it.
Yeah.
Because I keep on telling people, the electronic voter system cannot work in every constituency. Yeah?
True.
You have some polling station where now no electricity, so how it going to work?
True.
Yeah? The issue for me, it seems as if it is really the data, the biometric data that these guys are after. Yeah? And so if it is that and that is why maybe so much money now is coming to it, because we don't know if they have submitted to the international community, they have completed their process, because every person who have ever registered to vote, the EOG have your fingerprint.
True.
So why you need a company to come say them going manage that fingerprint system? What's the purpose of that?
Exactly. And I'll know they can't done the census, but then pay this company mighty God.
No, so something is aloof here. And remember, it was Daryl Baz who said nothing is a secret in Jamaica.
Nothing is private.
So if somebody have my fingerprint, could they possibly put my fingerprint on a crime scene?
All of that too, of course.
Yeah, so me don't know. I am just saying that these things are, but we need to look at it and we need to watch, because I am also saying we don't want no fingerprint system, no biometric system for an election. Meaning, let the lines be long. If it take with 3 days to come to voting in Jamaica, let it happen.
True.
Yeah?
Same so.
And we need to start advocating for voting reform, because I don't see the purpose why we have to have 1 day for voting. That makes no sense. Some people can hardly get a day to come off of them work for the 1 day give them to vote. They can hardly get the day. Yeah? So I'm thinking now we have to look at maybe going to an extra day for voting. Yeah?
Makes sense, because even though they are rightfully due 3 hours to go out on election day, how much of them are going to get the opportunity for
no,
go?
A lot of the bosses don't give the workers the chance. They're not business. You see, worse if them vote for them, sir. Yeah? That even make it worse, and maybe not.
And that shouldn't be.
Put the whole day to work.
That shouldn't be at all.
So we have to really look. We have to really look at this, and we have to really look at now going forward in terms of because why would the EOJ want to go biometric way when the ballots have always worked? There's a check and balance in terms of the ballots. You know, we have an indoor agent from the JLP, an indoor agent from the PNP.
Yeah.
Each time a ballot is issued and others, and the poll clerk, the presiding officer, each time a ballot is issued, they have to write it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why waste money to go say you talk about monitoring, managing biometric voting system? That makes no sense. Unless it is that you plan to manipulate the data.
True.
So some of this just don't add up, and we need to be on the alert for this. The next thing, sisters, I go. You know, I hear these people in St. Thomas Eastern, the workers meeting out there, right?
Yeah.
And I think the Charles them take Jamaicans for a bunch of idiots. Yeah. You know, at the workers' appreciation meeting, Colonel Charles Senior spent at least 5 to 10 minutes introducing the family of his family. And how this one is this one, and the granddaughter play football and the display football. And I sat and I said, look at the disrespect and the insult to the people of Eastern St. Thomas. When your family inherit too much land out there.
And you come back and introduce more family. And what a family business?
More family to them. And the people of St. Thomas is sitting down and taking this nonsense. And I'm not advocating for nobody to rile up against the Charles. To be quite frank, Charles family is somebody I've interacted with in politics. We campaign against each other. Yeah? There's no bad blood, there's no ill will. But I'm saying it's disrespectful, especially knowing the local sentiments. Yeah?
True.
And the people of St. Thomas must not stand to this disrespect. They should vote and vote loudly. They're doing everything in the power to try to win back Eastern St. Thomas, and they see God leave them like the rest of Jamaica.
Yes, man. Yeah? True.
Hey, let me tell you, it's going to be a ding-dong battle out in St. Thomas. as the voting call, I can tell you by 3 o'clock they could be able to declare Eastern St. Thomas the way people want to get rid of mission charge. She's
Our
not
time
one
done,
of our
man. Long
councillors.
time.
She's not even one of our councillors and get along. So you can know the character and the nature of this woman.
My God.
Cantankerous. Yeah, but so the father was very cantankerous. And they believe they can bully people. And she go out in Eastern St. Thomas with the same bully behavior. Yeah? But all I know is the people are ready and they're going to make her feel it. One-term political. A matter of fact, she might have to go back to America, go face what she's supposed to face.
Same so.
Anyway, sis, I gone left you.
All right, my brother. Big up yourself. Respect.
Better living conditions, better political relationships, home and abroad, better stability for Jamaica. Of course, we're coming out to vote for PNP.